stuff. But Joker also got some movement too, man. Recently, Mars picked up Joker, and it's been, you know, kind of showing that character off again. Now, Joker obviously has big claim to fame because of MKLeo way back. You know, well, not even way back. Just he was dominating this game for quite some time to be like the only Joker that was doing it. But now, you know, he's been doing his thing on Byleth, so we had to see if there's going to be some more, and it could be Xmas' time.
Yeah, that's what really makes Ultimate such a unique game in the aspect of, like, we kind of, you know, we theory craft a lot of things. Obviously, the results are there, too. We know who our top echelon characters are, and Joker's certainly among them, but not as much representation for the character at that level as you would expect. But I feel like, you know, you pointed out Mars there, TK, definitely somebody who's trying to bring this character back into the fold. And who's to say Xmas can't do the same? Obviously, Arsene coming out to play, going to make whenever Arsene's out, going to make it a little bit more difficult for Sora or any character they're going up against.
And Sora's got,
and that's what I'm talking about.
Bro, what a catch right there. The back air to snuff out that down air, which is actually kind of sometimes hard to challenge. But he was like, not me. I'm not scared of nothing.
Having no issues. You know, you only have so much of that Arsene to really enjoy. Got to make it count in a lot of situations. That's where these Joker players excel, when they can maximize that time with Arsene. And we see Xmas just laying down the law right now. Retro, play a little bit of catch-up right now. Ooh. Going super low with that. Oh, okay, I was going to say maybe a little bit too low, but no. That tether recovery of a Joker, very, very useful.
Okay.
So hard right now for Retro to kind of get in there, just struggling.
I mean, it's just, I mean, you know, with the way that he's using his, you know, his magic as well, I think he's just a little obvious with it. It's Dust allowing X can't get those like free, easy punishes.
Yeah.
Oh, like that. That was actually smart. Not using that third one. That's the mix-up on that side B just in general. Is that, like, you know, are they going to throw that you know, the second and third one, or are they not? And then, you know, if you're like blocking for the third one and they never throw it, then they kind of sometimes get advantage. That's exactly how you got that up air.
Yeah, 100%. That's a really good call to action right there, TK. Because, you know, so many times I feel like, you know, when I was first playing this character, I thought that was automatic. Like, you had to do all three of them. Yes, there is a little bit of a mix-up right there, but no mix-up's going to save him in that situation. Dropping that stock and giving Xmas a really comfortable lead right now en route to taking this first game.
Okay. All right. Hold on, nice. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
So he used all three.
He did.
Just,
you know, had the second one not went under the stage, that would have been an all right recovery. But, yeah, just, you know, miss input on the second direction, I'm assuming. And, yeah, it was just way under the stage right there.
It does happen. I mean, that's Smash for you. You know, sometimes those self-destructs will get the better of you. But, you know, fortunately, that's why we play these games in best of threes, best of five. So you can make some errors and still have a chance to kind of correct those going forward in the next game, which is obviously what I'm sure Retro is eager to do.
Okay, well, he went back to his tried and true apparently, because that was the quickest swap over to Banjo and Kazooie.
Oh, man.
He said, I'm playing all DLC, but I didn't like that. So that was the silly Sora first round pick.
Yeah.
And now he's like, yeah, let me go ahead and go to maybe Sora actually is his main and he's got the secondary Banjo, but let's just say more often than not when I see it, I see the Sora being the secondary. So let's see how this Banjo's moving here in the second game against Christmas.
Yeah, definitely big Banjo fan here. Maybe falling out a little bit of favor in the current meta, but still a very potent character. One of those things that, you know, it's a situation right now, maybe take advantage of the fact, okay, I don't quite remember exactly what Banjo is throwing out. A couple of Wonder Wings to open up. You got to be useful with those, because you only get 5 of them on each stock, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and right now already just 3.
Down to 1, he has been rolling those things out.
3 or 4 just tossed around. Okay.
Okay, well.
All right, well, out of those, so I don't have to wonder if that's coming anymore.
It's going to be, you know, there's still some setups here that Banjo can get. I mean, if he gets a down throw, up tilt, up smash, depending on if you mash or not. But, yeah, let's see what he can. Oh, okay, hold on. What he goes for.
Really good grab, okay. Couldn't find a fair out of that.
Another one. Yeah, see, I like, if you can see in the player cam, at Christmas is mashing immediately. Like, because the mash that you get before the grab actually does apply to the grab as well. So, you know, the preemptive mash is going to get you out of the ground quicker. And because of that, you know, he actually is able to preserve that stock for a little bit of time, but still does end up losing it first. See if he can go ahead and get back here now. Banjo's also another relatively heavy character, not the heaviest by any means, but, you know, definitely on the heavier side.
Yeah, for sure. Got some weight to him, so could kind of help with the longevity of these stocks. Able to survive that backer, yes, indeed.
Ooh!
So that's going to prompt Xmas to go out a little bit deeper and secure that KO.
Yeah, I like how Xmas is willing to do that. Oh, no. Wonder Wing, though.
Sometimes you got to play it like that. You got to play it tough.
Well, like RetroFluff definitely drops a little too much Wonder Wing for my liking, but you know, I'm also pretty conservative when it comes to those, man. I'm just like, I need to keep. I be dying with all 5 of them sometimes. Like, so I get it, man. You know, you only get 5, throw them out as quick as possible.
It's interesting because I feel like Retro.
Oh no,
okay,
you got to come back with it.
I like that. That's what we call a bluff. Okay, now it didn't necessarily work out, but the idea was there, and okay, gonna get a little bit of help right there via the explosion, but not enough to get back to the stage. So, you know, what started out as a lead for RetroFluff has definitely gone more in the favor of Xmas as the set has progressed, but still throwing out those Wonder Wings, still giving himself an opportunity.
Man, so I'm thinking that at this point, like, he probably went for that second air dodge because he thought he got hit, because he could have drifted a little further in and then tried to air dodge to the stage. But yeah, with Xmas putting a little pressure on him outside off the stage, probably kind of got him shook.
We'll tend to do it. Let's see. There's a lot of pressure right there on the right side. Not quite going to get rewarded with the stock just yet, but inching closer and closer. It's right there, right. It's so important right now. You don't want to take too much percentage, right? You just don't want to see that continue to accumulate. Going to make the comeback that much more difficult. We see RetroFluff trying to establish some stage control, but just can't get on there to save their stock at the moment.
Okay, dash attack almost taking it though.
Yep.
Unfortunately, this is Retro's last stock, so he only has 1 more Wonder Ring left. He's gonna have to make the most of it for 2 stocks. If he's able to get, you know, this stock here on to Christmas. However, Christmas, you know, sitting with a pretty fresh Arsene.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gets back on stage with it.
So one of those times, you understand, looking pretty bleak. And that up air is certainly going to seal the deal. I mean, potent enough on its own, pumped up by Arsene as well. Have a good night on that one. Well done to both players, but Xmas, the Joker, TK, making a resurgence and having a great showing on stage.
Yeah, got to give it up to Xmas for sure. That was some pretty good Joker gameplay. RetroFluff, listen, man, I'm gonna be frank with y'all, bro. He was in that button check movement. Then he hit me right.